Seeing as how we're getting closer to Christmas, I want to do a little DIY series titled Thriftmas. As you can obviously tell, everything I use in these DIYs will either be from the dollar store or the thrift store or both. So starting off, you're going to need a base. I'm using a floral wreath. I found this at my local dollar store. I'm also using a hot glue gun, but any kind of glue would work for this. I like hot glue for this because it dries super fast. Then I have my Santa hat, which you probably have around the house lying around somewhere, or you can get these for cheap at the dollar store or a secondhand store. I got mine for like $1 at the secondhand store. You also want some tulle, preferably white or off-white. I know you can get these from the dollar store or Walmart. You also need scissors, and lastly, I'm using fishing line, but you can use more tulle or anything white or clear. I'm starting by taking the tag off of my wreath, cutting my fishing line to the size I need it, plus a couple inches for seam allowance, I guess you'd say? Maybe? I don't know. I'm placing it about 1/4 of the way up from the bottom, and then tying a knot on both ends, then cutting off the excess and gluing those into place to keep them from sliding up or down. Coming in with my tool, and if you saw my Trolls headband tutorial, I'm literally going to be doing the exact same thing. But using my MacBook this time, I'm just putting it around and around and around until I'm out of tool, and then I actually ended up cutting it in half passes, but I didn't show that part. I then measured out how far down I wanted the Santa hat to go and marked it. Then back to the mustache and beard, I'm taking one full piece of tulle, folding it in half, placing it under the wreath, and then putting it into itself, which I swear isn't as dirty as it sounds. Then once I've got that, I'm just going to tighten it. I'm continuing that until I've got the volume I want, and further continuing that onto the fishing wire for the mustache portion. It happened to be a little too long for my liking, so I did trim it down and put the hat back on to see how it looked, and then adjust it a little bit with scissors once again. Then you're going to either want to ask someone to hold the tool down, or you're going to use a heavy object. I just use my scissors once again to get the tool away from where you're gluing the Santa hat down, and you're done. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. I know it was a lot in a short amount of time, but I like to put my tutorials like that because I find that you still learn everything, but it's just faster and less time wasting. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next one. Bye guys!